to John O'Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Boston College about to kick it off and get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Houston Cougars offense has the ball first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
All right, guys, let's talk Houston. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. That becomes a huge challenge. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Leaves it with the back. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Makes the grab. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quick touch pass to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Caught behind the line. It's Sanford. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Ball that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Boston College's offense will go to work for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with a clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs, and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
The short hands, it's Bolden. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you.
There he goes. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Go back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the ground. He's got it again. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the ground with the back. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Houston has it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Boston College, 0.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Gets away from one. He's got space. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And the Golden Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Strong, firm tackle.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Good timing on the quick out. Open space at the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Houston going up tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He's looking to throw. Now adjusting. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
Going right to work up top. Finds a man on the left. He's loose down the middle. At the 30. The 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team. When you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles, it's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Going to the ground. Touchdown, Boston College. He would not be denied. Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Houston, 14, Boston College, 9.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They'll give it to the back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. Goes to the option. They'll stop him right there, but it is enough for a Houston first down.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Boston College,
9. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and nice job getting him to the ground.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Got the first down. Looking for more. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. With the run on 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The give to the single back. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. They think there's room to run to the right here. Touchdown, Houston! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Harris.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play of the drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We've got to take...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. On the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
To the air, it's Wegman. That's got it. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. The Golden Eagles backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. They'll start this drive going to the air. Here comes the heat. Find some fresh air. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with a loss.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Finally brought down. What a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Looking downfield on first down. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty.